Mr. Stabler is a 43-year-old married high school graduate, father of two, whose mother had a stroke last year. He has high blood pressure himself and started treatment for that about 9 months ago. His pressure is not yet under good control. Good morning, Mr. Stabler. Good to see you again.
Hi, Doc.
How's everything going?
Well, I'd have to say not so well.
Oh, dear, sorry to hear that. Can you say some more?
Oh, my blood pressure's still up, and my mom, she's not doing well. She's still in the nursing home. She can't take care of herself.
You're worried.
I am. I'm worried about my mom, and I'm worried about myself. I don't want to have a stroke.
You've got a lot going on. You're worried about your mom. You're worried about your pressure still being high, even with the new medicines.
That's right. I am worried. What should I do?
Well, we're going to get to that and we'll put our heads together. Is it okay if I start with some questions about the big picture?
Sure.
To start off, give me an idea how it's going with your medicines.
Well, I'm taking them for the most part. The water pill makes me pee too much. I guess I might forget that one sometimes. I don't know. Maybe I need something else.
Well, lots of people have trouble with that water pill, and we'll get to that. We'll talk about options. Before we get there, can I ask you what else is on your mind today to make sure we don't forget anything?
Okay. I mean, that's really about it. Just my blood pressure. I mean, of course, there's lots of stress. Teenage kids, my job, not enough money, but nothing really new. You said I should get some exercise and eat better, and you said to cut down on the beer, which is hard. I can't say I'm making much progress on any of it.
I got you. So this is difficult. Cutting down on beer, eating healthy, exercise. That's hard for everyone. But it sounds like you do have an interest in finding some way to address those lifestyle issues.
I'm sure I'm interested. Um, Maybe there's like a pill that could help me with my weight. I mean, that'd probably help.
You and me both. Sure, wouldn't that be nice? We'll talk about all kinds of options with the medicines. Um, Before we get to that, I'm hearing of this weight thing, though. It's very important to you.
Well, I don't like the way I look. I feel really fat. Sometimes it's hard, just to get around. I know I need to lose weight. It's just really hard, and it feels like nothing I do works.
I got it. You're frustrated. But on the other side, I'm hearing that it is important to you. I'm wondering if you think about how important on a scale of like 0 to 10, where 0 means not important and 10 means very, very important. I wonder where you'd put yourself.
I'd say maybe a 6. I guess a 7. I mean, pretty important.
Sounds that way. Well, 6 or 7 is up there. It's certainly a lot higher than a 5, a 4, or a 3. I'm wondering what gets you to a 7.
I used to be 30 or 40 pounds lighter, and I felt better. I had more energy. I looked better. I know you said that losing weight would help my blood pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. All those things. So I'm hearing you'd feel better about yourself, and it's great that you see the connection between your weight and the blood pressure.
Yeah, I know that if I lost some weight, I know it would make a difference.
Can you say some more about that? In what way would it make a difference?
One thing's for sure, I'd definitely be less worried about having a stroke.
Sure, sure. That's a big one. Anything else?
Well, like I said, I mean, I'd look better. I'd feel better about myself. I'd probably do better at work with more energy.
I'm hearing all these things. Lots of importance there. Would you want to work with me, put our minds together, and see if there's something we could come up with?
Sure, that'd be great. But like I said, nothing has worked. I guess I've kind of given up. Oh, what do you think I should do?
All right, so nothing comes to you right away, and it sounds like you've been trying a bunch of things. Would it be okay if we kind of put our minds together and worked on this?
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay, well, I'll share some ideas. Um, I mentioned the beer. Cutting down on that is always a good start. I see that's not something that would get you motivated right away. Other people cut out the fattening things, the sweets and the chips and the dips. That's a big bucket. Other people actually add stuff that is good for them, like the fruits and vegetables, stuff with color. And then some people start with exercise and they just get to the food later, but the exercise makes a difference. I'm curious if any of those sound like they might work for you.
Well, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't want to stop drinking beer. I don't think I really need to. Um, I know I need to cut down on the late night snacks. I guess I could try that again. And I know exercise would be good for me. I know I'm going to have to start doing it at some point. That would help my blood pressure. And exercise would help me lose some of the weight.
So I hear you scanning all those options, and it sounds like the exercise piece of this is something that might be a good start for you.
Well, there is something I just thought of. Some of my friends at work have started going on walks at lunch instead of going to McDonald's.
Sounds like maybe that's something you'd like to do to join them.
I mean, it seems to work for them. I have to start bringing lunch from home, like a sandwich and an apple. My wife would help with that. I mean, they seem to enjoy it.
So this seems like an idea that's maybe gaining some momentum with you. Your wife seems like she'd go along with it, and actually the friend part seems like something that would help you enjoy it.
Well, it would help me.
I'm curious about what it would take for you to actually make that move and decide you'd like to join them.
I mean, not a lot. I guess I just have to decide to do it.
Listening to you, I'm impressed that you're the kind of guy that when you put your mind to something and decide you want to do it, you make it happen.
I mean, yeah, if I decide I'd like to join them, I'm sure I can make it
All
happen.
right, so that's really the cutting point here. Whether this is something that you'd want to take the step towards. It's your life. Nobody's going to be pushing you to do it. It's if you want to do it or not. Sometimes a plan here can help people get started. People make a specific plan. Would you be interested in doing something like that?
Well, what do you mean plan?
Well, a specific plan would be some sort of concrete ideas about exactly what you do. Like in this situation, maybe who you'll ask, if it's about a walk, how often you'd like to go, how far, those kinds of things.
Okay. Um, I think the person who kind of leads the group is my buddy Bill. I could let him know I'd like to join them.
Would you like to go ahead and pick a time to do that?
Sure. I'll do that tomorrow or Thursday. I mean, I'm ready to get started.
It sounds like you really are. Any idea about how far you'd like to walk or how often?
That I'm not really sure. I'll just go with them. I think they do like 20 minutes. They go to the park and back when there's good weather.
About how often do you think you'd want to do this?
I think they go 3 times a week, and I mean that seems like a lot to start with. At least now in the beginning, twice a week would be a good start. Maybe it'll happen more often after that.
Well, it sounds like this is a plan that's really, getting a lot of specificity. Would you want to tell it back to me so we're sure we're working on the same page about this?
Okay, I'm going to ask Bill tomorrow if I can join them about twice a week, maybe Monday and Thursday, just to get started. I can always go up to Monday, Wednesday, Friday after that if I like it. I'm going to ask my wife if she can pack a healthier lunch for me. I don't think she'll mind. She'll actually probably be happy that I'm doing something good for my health.
Well, sounds like a plan that's really solid and specific for you. I'm wondering about how confident you might feel about a plan, because sometimes that can change. A zero, where you're sure you're not going to do it, as you reflect back, and as you reflect forward, this is a 10. I'm going to do it. Where would you put yourself?
Well, it's been really hard to get started on exercise, but I mean, this is a plan with my friends and it works. So I don't think it'll be that hard. I'd say at least a seven, maybe an eight.
Oh, well, great. That sounds like really strong. I wonder if you want to build in a check on things, so as things go throughout the week, whether you'd want to mark on a calendar or check with a friend about how things are going for you. Would you like to do that?
No, I don't think I need to do something like that. I mean, Bill's there with me every day, so he'll be checking on me all the time. And I'm sure my wife will be asking me about it too.
Okay, I think we got a good plan going. Let's go over to your medicines right now.
Okay.